Hands-off protests in U.S. Thousands take to streets across 50 states against Trump, Musk's policies. Thousands of protesters gathered on the streets across all states in the U.S. and demonstrated against the policies of Trump and Musk on Saturday. Thousands of protesters took to the streets across all 50 states of the U.S. on Saturday against President Donald Trump's administration and its policies. The agitation was named Hands-Off Protests. This was the largest protest since Trump took office on January 20 this year for his second term, with demonstrations held at over 1,200 locations in the country. Over 150 groups, including LGBTQ advocates, civil rights organizations, labor unions, election activists, and veterans, participated in the protests. The hands-off protests are a chain of demonstrations held against Trump's policies, such as mass deportations of illegal immigrants, federal layoffs, and other moves. Protesters say that Donald Trump and Elon Musk are using things that aren't rightfully theirs, and they're calling on the world to take action. Some of the things they said they are fighting against include shrinking government services, cutting healthcare programs, and limiting rights for transgender people. The demonstrators were also against the treatment of immigrants in the U.S. and their mass deportations. In Seattle, protesters held signs with messages like "Fight the Oligarchy" and showed anger over the government's actions to fire federal workers and take away protections from vulnerable groups. Elon Musk, President Trump's advisor and the head of the Department of Government Efficiency, has faced criticism throughout his nearly 3-month tenure in the administration that he has been prioritizing corporate interests over those of the Americans. In Atlanta, placards reading "Impeach Trump, Deport Musk" were also put up by the protesters. In Boston, the protesters held placards reading "Hands off our democracy" and "Hands off our social security" and protested against cuts to Social Security. Mayor Michelle Wu said that she did not want her children to grow up in a world where divisive tactics by the government became the new norm. The White House responded to the protests and said that President Trump is committed to protecting Medicaid, Medicare, and Social Security. It also claimed that the stance of the Democratic Party on such programs was causing serious money problems. Saturday's protest was another in a series of rallies held across the country against Trump and Musk since Trump came back to the White House. But this one was different. It was the first major protest of its size since the Women's March in 2017 and the Black Lives Matter protests in 2020. Nan